Hi there. In this quick video I'm going to hopefully fix this durable badge holder thingy. As you can see, it's in two parts at the moment. This should be at the end of a string here. So let's get to it. First and most simple thing that we need to do is open this thing up. Let me use, I think, a screwdriver. Flathead one should still do the trick. Yeah, not open enough yet. Or I think it's enough. So we can get rid of the old string in here. We'll simply just push it back through the hole and it should fall right in the middle, and we can push it then from one of the sides if it actually wants to go there. Let me try and push it more from here. Maybe it's not all the way in, and it jumped all over the place. That's what remained of it. Throwing it away. And now we need to open this up in two parts. You might be wondering, why would I bother with this? Just get a new one. If you would know my channel, and most subscribers already know this, I fix anything. Anything that can be fixed, I will fix it, because I hate wasting stuff that is still usable, like this thing, just because the string broke and went in. So let's open this thing up. I just wanted to add the purpose of hitting this thing with a knife, a really dull knife, and be careful with your fingers, and a hammer obviously, is not to put the knife too deep inside this thing, because you would destroy it. You just hit it enough so it starts cracking. It has a plastic weld line right in the middle of this thing, which we cannot access. But if we hit it down the edges, it will start to crack that plastic line. Let me try and show you that it is starting to move. Hope you can see. Yeah, my camera is not happy focusing in this poorly lit environment. Again, be really careful not to cut your fingers, and you keep hitting it, and from time to time checking and seeing if anything is starting to happen that would help your cause, like this. Come on, camera, focus. You can see this, half of it, it's already open, which is quite okay. If we can put our fingernails or something in there, yay! As you can see, it has 4 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4. They go into holes, and there is a plastic weld or glued or whatever it is all around this thing. We didn't cut into it because it's right in the middle, so it's impossible to wait a second, this focusing is annoying. Okay, 100% manual focus. It's impossible to cut directly in the middle of it because it's protected by the metal. And this actually is metal. So just by hitting it to the side, you start cracking that thing and you can take it apart. And now we have access to everything that we need, and let's find the thread, but let's go up with a little bit more light. And we are up. Let's get this out of the way. Where is the loose strand? If I could actually find it. Okay, voila, ta-da! Let's get this piece of metal out of the way. And we need to make sure this goes through it, but let's cut the very tip because it's quite frailed. Is that the right word for it? I hope it is. So it goes through the metal, and then we roll it in here. This thing needs to pull on it. Come on, get in there. And yeah, it is pulling on it, which is exactly what we want. Nah. Maybe I think we should get a bit more pull on this thing. You know what? Let's make everything a bit easier. And put this thing in here through the hole. Come on. These things are quite delicate. You might think, how hard could it be? This hard. Let's cut this once again. Okay. This is quite a good material, this particular string. It's hard to cut, but as you can see, time messes with it and friction also messes with it. Okay, at this point I need to get this. As you can see, it's going directly through it. We don't want that. We want this at one of the sides, so we need to somehow push it. I think it's too much. Come on, get in there. Okay, and it is at one of the sides. Now make a decently sized knot in here. I just do a standard one, but go through it twice, so it's a tiny bit bigger, but nothing special. Okay, at this point you can cut the excess. And simply pull this thing in here, and you are done. Voila. And at this point you remember you are an idiot and you need to do all of this again. I'm going to let you for a few seconds decide why is that. It's quite a bit annoying, but from time to time stupid thing like this happens. Yep, I forgot to put the strand through this thing. And now we can continue once again with the same stuff. Get it through this hole to make a knot on it, and it doesn't really want to go through. I'm cutting it at an angle so it has a point on it, and that seems to help a little bit. Now again I need to push it through the hole to get it on the other side. Oh, wrong. That didn't quite work. Okay, right back where we started a few minutes ago. Again, the easy way out of this would be to simply buy a new one. But where's the fun in that? And knowing the fact that you can actually repair this thing a few times, actually, I don't know, makes me feel all fuzzy inside. At this point, what you need to do is put it all the way around this thing. Let me try and focus in here. As you can see, it's all the way around, and now pushing, actually pulling, sorry about that, I will put the metal in place. Now with the metal being in place, yeah, it's not going to stay in place until everything is closed up, obviously, but if I hold it with my hand, let me try and focus on this a bit better. Yep, 100% working. At this point, what you need to do, put this thing on, because there is a high chance you will forget if you don't put it at this point in. It doesn't really have a preferred side or something like that. Okay, my metal just makes things a bit more difficult, it seems. Okay, let's hold this down. In theory, everything is well put together, and now we just need to put this cover on, and that should be it. But we need to put some super glue on these 4 pins, because otherwise this will not stay together. And yes, the next time you open it, the super glue will actually crack. Super glue is strong, but it's not flexible, so when you try to bend it and do stuff like this, it will crack. There is a chance that you will break one of the pins, but you can still put super glue on this edge right here, so at least twice you can fix this thing. But the best thing would be, in my opinion, when you see the wire getting torn at a certain position, clamp it with something like this outside, and then make a new knot a bit higher than the area that is beginning to be damaged. So yeah, but too late for me in this case. Let's get ready to do this. I think it would be actually easier if I put the super glue in the holes instead of the pins, but that is not an easy task, believe me. No, we are going to put it on the pins. It's quite tricky to put it in the holes, so pins it is. And let's put everything back together at this point and hope for the best. If it could actually go in. And as you can see, it is closed. Voila! At this point I only need to let the super glue dry, and this thing is fully working. Super glue dried. Let's put this thing back in place. Okay, it's in the hole. And start crimping this together. Make sure both sides are in that particular hole. Not really sure what you can see, but one of them is not at the moment. Now it is. Crimp it in place just until they touch. Do not overdo it, it will not help you at all. It's impossible for it to go away now. Voila! And that's about it for this video. So you can fix these things a bunch of times. Ideally is not to let it pass. I don't know, just use scotch tape, whatever. Make another move this a bit higher and make another knot and then pull it, so you don't need to open it up like I needed to, because I actually let it break and go all the way inside. That's about it. Hope this video helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye! As my subscribers already know, on my channel you see win and fail, and I failed, so I needed to open this thing up again, and as you can see, two of the pins actually broke this time, so I will need to put a bit more super glue on this edge. I opened it up again because I forgot to tension this particular spring. So to tension it, you just do a few rotations until you can see it being gathered a little bit, not too much. So I will go back, because for me it was perfect the way it was before. And now you can do a full pull, and when it's at the end you should see no more wire on this I don't know, rail. And then you just hold it here in the middle and let it go back, and you can see the spring becoming bigger and bigger as it detensions, and it gathers all of this thing. So in my opinion, for me this is perfect. Before it was too loose, and with the added weight of my badge inside this thing, it would not pull it up properly. So I need to glue it once again. And I found another thing. This you can actually unbend if you go slowly. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but it can be done, and then you can bend it back together and put it on top of this thing. So yeah, let's put it back in high speed. And it's finally done and working way faster. It's exactly what it should be at this point. So don't forget to tension that leaf spring. Or is it a leaf spring? I don't think it's a leaf spring. Coil spring, probably. Anyway, don't forget to tension it, quite important. So I did it twice in a single video, and you can see that even with the super glue you can still open it up if you don't overdo it on the super glue. So you can fix this thing a few times. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and bye.